Hey everyone, Brian here. Quick update on the Craftsman Racer. Got the steering completely done now. I'm going to demonstrate it for you. I got really good motion left and right. Way better than the Kubota had. I imagine if I would have worked at the Kubota a bit more, I could have got better steering, but this has way better steering. I was watching a video last night. It's a young kid, and he was saying that with the Craftsman's, and he was referring to Craigslist, so obviously he's in the States somewhere, you can find parts for them anywhere. That's another reason why I went back to a Craftsman build, because like he said, you can find parts for Craftsman's just about anywhere, on just about any listing, through cities. I mean, not every listing, but every city will have a listing for something to do with a Craftsman, most likely. So that's the main reason why I went back to Craftsman. So yeah, steering's done. I'm going to pull the rod back out and give it to my stepdad to weld up at work. I got it welded up that it works, but I trust my welds. I'm starting to trust my welds a bit more, but on something like steering, I'll get him to do it, especially I can't get it to fully penetrate in. And he'll weld that up probably Tuesday. Monday's a holiday. Let me show you how I did it. I ended up cutting up the stock rod that was on here. I wasn't going to do that, but I figured I might as well just use this one here. I had to flip that joint over at the front. Before it would come in from the top. It would still come in from the top, but my tie rod's in the way. And I did not want to put my tie rod back on the top, because I'd have to clearance the frame more, which I didn't really want to do, because the frame's already been clearanced enough. So I had to flip that piece there. That's what that little joint is right there. Instead of butt welding it, I just put that over it, coupled it, and went from there. Then, let's see if I can get a better shot of it right there. I'm not going to be seeing what I'm showing, so if it's in frame, it's in frame. It's the square piece in the middle. So that's I cut that in the middle. That's the long section of the rod. I chopped it in the middle. I welded that piece up first on the ground. I pretty much knew right where I was going to go. I had another old one as an example that had a broken joint on it. So I used it as the example, and just flipped it and welded that on. That one there, I kind of trust it, but this one here, I'm gonna have to pull it back out anyways. But I'll just give it to him for to weld up, so it'd be a lot easier. Also, I'm thinking about cutting it near the middle on here, so we can get some weld in the middle a bit, and so the weld will just flow in and weld everything up nice and solid. It's about a 2-inch gap in the middle, roughly. So the front end did go forward quite a bit. I can actually measure it for you. See how much forward the front end is. And I'm thinking about getting the measurement of the wheelbase. Try to do this one-handed here. Yeah, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. The more forward it did go, so not too bad. I'm starting to take off a little bit of the mower stuff. This one bracket right here, find it here. This bracket right here was in my way, so it was just 1 9/16 inch bolt. Took it off. Was able to weld the back of this bracket. The tranny, still haven't touched nothing on that. I might wait till tomorrow to work on that. Right now, I'm going to be reinforcing the top of the frame here. I'm going to grind this all down. I'm not going to pull the engine, so I just got to be careful around the wiring and around the spring. The spring can go away. It's just the return spring for the gas pedal. I'm going to cut this little tab right here. Just get rid of it. I won't need it. I'm going to cut it on both sides. I have enough support in the dash. I got 2 bolts right here and 1 bolt up here. So I got 3 on each side, and what I'll do is I'll weld it here, and I'll just weld the dash on. I have no reason for the dash to come back off this machine anyways, so I don't really care if the dash is actually welded in that spot. Then I'm going to put a piece of angle from the front all the way to the firewall or doghouse, whatever you want to call it, and that will help reinforce the cut I made here. And these Craftsmans tend to crack in this area right here, primarily on diagonal from the exhaust hole back. So basically I'm going to cover it all up and hope it doesn't crack. I'm most likely going to have to pull the engine out to finish up the welds on the engine side. I'm going to get it tacked all in with the engine in place. I'd like to get a belt on this and spin up the transmission. So let me actually show you a little bit on the transmission while I'm at this. I still got the back cover off. As you can see, there's the pulley, and it's actually pretty dead on. If you look underneath the frame, it's not bad. So I'm thinking, and this is what I'm hoping, that if I put the belt on, it's going to just clear, because normally the pulley wouldn't be on here like this. It'd be flipped up. Like, let me get rid of the key. One second here. Try to find it. There we go. Normally the pulley would be like that. So as you can see, like that, I'm way up into the my pan right there. So if it's flipped, it's down that much more. And from looking at it, it's going to just clear. It's going to be on a bit of an angle towards the back, going up, but I think it's going to be okay. If I make some tensioners in here, I think I'm going to be just all right. So I'm hoping. I'm just hoping right now that'll be okay. I may have one other pulley that will bring it down a bit more. I was considering making a pulley. Basically, drill it and drill another one and mount it to the bottom. If this fails, if this doesn't work, that's most likely what I'll do. Basically, I'll take this, I'll drill probably 4 holes in it, drill 4 holes in just a blank, and go from there. If this throws the belt a lot, which it may or may not do, but I'll try the tensioners first, because that will be a last-ditch effort of fixing it if that won't work. So even with the transmission lowered, because like I said in yesterday's video, my last video yesterday, it went down, because of the brackets, it went down about 1.5 inches. So I'm down about 2 inches in the front, 1.5 inches in the back. Actually, total of, what did I say, technically about 4 inches, almost, sorry, 3 inches in the back with the smaller tires. If we go with the bigger tires, it's only going to be about 1.5 inches down, roughly. I should actually take a measurement off that tractor there, or I know of another one that's like this. Get a measurement, get a stock ride height with 20-inch tires, and go my ride height. I know it's lower, but I was kind of curious to see how much lower. And I got good clearance on the tires. Actually, personally, I think it looks a lot better like this. A little bit lower design. I can't wait to sit on it and actually drive it. It's going to be fun. So that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to show a quick update on what I'm working on today. Tomorrow, weather permitting, I will be out here welding more. I'll pull the engine, just 4 bolts, and the wiring. Only thing is, with the engine being pulled, I don't want to take out my gas pedal. That's the only downside to this. When I put it in through this hole right here, and it comes out that hole right there. My cable is already starting to fail a bit, because it's been pulled through back and forth so many times, and it's been tightened, tension put on it, tension released so many times. I've had this set up for about 4 or 5 years, so the same cable, same gas pedal, and like I bought this setup before Redneck Computer Geek got his setup, so I'm not bragging, but I've had it a long time. Most likely, if I get a new gas pedal, because this one's already broke right here. I've had to fix it once, and if I get a new gas pedal, I'll be getting one like his. I do like the style of his, but mine's still working for now. That's if I can't find another one like this, and it's been holding up extremely well. And this tractor, or this gas pedal, has never been in the shop. It's always been out in the elements, stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. So talk to everyone later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.